this on. Is it clear?
Yep, it's clear. Yes, it is.
Okay.
Now, quick question. How do I, just on here? Because that's, all right, so it's on now. Huh? Oh, okay. And how would I afford that? Yeah, how would I share that? Oh, sure.
Are you going to play us a song?
Oh, no, I think it's all me. It's all me.
You all set?
Two people are missing. Two actors are missing, yeah.
Want me to sit in?
Yeah, from the reading. I mean, I can. I have plenty of holes. I'm just doing some putting on. It's fun. Okay. Hold on.
Recording in progress.
Start video.
I don't want to do this. Play something for Arthur.
Anything.
Play something for Arthur. 2 minutes.
Is everyone just getting up? Or is there stands or? Shall we have chairs in front or
I
stand?
have.
You have any chairs or if we're just going to stand? No, just
How many chairs do you need?
two. Two chairs.
Okay, let's take these.
Okay.
Okay, in the meantime, let me.
Nothing. We're good. I'm just seeing.
This is live.
It looks good.
Why can't you sit and play a song?
Because they're studying. They don't need the intrusion, don't you?
Well, that's what this is a live stream right now.
Got it.
So I'm out of it. I have nothing to do with it. Merry Christmas.
Should I take off this? Or no. I can take this off, right?
Yeah, when you're talking.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Hey, good evening, everybody. Good evening. Thank you so much for coming out. Everyone who's watching. First, thanks for coming to what I would say, Jay-Z would say, allow me to reintroduce myself. But before we start, I just wanted to say to everybody live and who's here, my sister and Tony and I want to thank everybody for all the calls, the messages, the text messages, what a lot of people put so many nice things about Dad. And we all, as a family, appreciated it. And it got us through the darkest part of all of it. Dad was a force. He really left his mark with everybody. And I'm even getting stories now, as Alan would say, from people who, even now, about what Dad meant to them. So I just wanted to say to everybody live, thank you so much from my family to yours.
Okay.
One of the things that, Dad, one of the things Dad said was, and he said it, was he kept going until he said, I couldn't. And he did. That's a good thing to do. So I'm just gonna follow his lead. I'm gonna keep going until I can. And there's always gonna be an author French involved in this, whether it's here, whether it's anything. So I'm not going anyplace. I'll be here. I'm here.
All right.
Just to say, just the genesis of everything. Dad had wanted to do a whole group of one acts. This was 2019, and we just, things happened, couldn't get it together. And then, of course, pandemic happened. That was, everything got shut down. So finally, in January, and with Marjorie's help, I got back on the horse and started working on stuff. And as Alan and Tiffany knew, I was actually getting prepped to do some of the plays. Then everything happened, and then everything that was it. But just to say, slowly but surely, I had to do it. We had to regroup and heal. And then finally things started coming back into being, and then finally I came back here on Dad's birthday weekend, and it felt like home, and I hadn't really gone to any other productions or anything, so I felt this is the safest, this is the place to be. And Marjorie asked me, you want to do, so I like to use one act to pass the baton. I'm like, I say, do you know, Marge, you know how many plays I have? It's not like I have like 2 or 3. So I was like, but I said, okay, I'll find them. And so what this is really unfinished business. This is what the plan had been all along. And what these are plays that I had written from 2020 when I was in exile to some of them 2021, and they all are COVID themed. So ironically, I think I actually started from when it started to when Biden got elected to the insurrection. So to say I do have a lot of work. This is basically 5 that I found, and so these were the 5 that I kind of wanted to reintroduce. So with further ado, this is, I call it Unfinished Business, aka suppose they gave a COVID-19 party and no one came. That's the theme of it. So we can get started. The first play I'm going to start is Bus Depot, and that. One of my friends keeps saying, "You like buses?" I'm like, "Yeah, of course." Yeah. But it was based on a story about it was during the riots in Los Angeles when George Floyd's protest happened, and they were firing rubber bullets. And this is fictional account, but it was just about a what if premise. If I heard stories that actually a bus driver actually had saved some of the protesters got hurt, get on the bus. I'd heard this, but it was so fascinating about all that. Then I'm like, I should want to write something about it. And then I kept thinking, this is a 555 script written all over it. So, here's Bus Depot with William Vila and Alan Jenkins. And scene. A 212 bus, 1:30 p.m. Driver Peter Garcia is driving. He is in a great mood.
Come on, what the hell are you doing? I know traffic is somebody dealable, but how you gonna cut me off and then brake check me, you stupid asshole? How is it that during this pandemic, folks still don't know how to drive up in this mother? God damn. I got you on camera. I ain't gonna get no damn tickets. And you lucky this bus is government, because if it wasn't, I'd be pushing this bus up your ass so hard you'd be tasting my front leather. I'm gonna guarantee you about that. But since I can't do that, I have to be cool. Ah, shit, the cops got you! Stupid! Karma's a bitch. Now, I don't get it. I just don't get it. Why you gonna put me on this route is the most annoying thing. I thought I had seniority up in this bed. Apparently I don't. I was so out here. What? Oh, wait a minute. Found a person of interest.
And oh man, what a day, what a day.
Good afternoon. Welcome aboard the 212, the bus that goes from the wood of Ingle to the wood of Harlem. What's up?
I'm all right, brother. How are you?
I'm too blessed to be stressed. I'm wearing my mask so life can bask. All is good in the hood, you know what I'm saying?
You are happy.
Happy to see another day. Now, people could stop driving like they want to be part of the afterlife. It'd be good. Another Chrysler 300. Phantom wannabe. I worked out. I'm sorry about that. Let me do the lines I lead to it, then I'll let you flow consistent. Oh man, another 300. Phantom wannabe. I got you on camera too, fool. Don't mind me, man. I don't want to get into no trouble at all because you know how these LA streets are. So I got my camera out. I got the proof. If any piece of crap is going to say I'm in the wrong, boom, automatic proof. You know, you got to cover your ass, and I'm getting it done up in here.
You can't stop LA from too many things. Fast cars and fast women.
Brother, I take the woman over the cars anytime.
Well, we're on the same page.
You know what I'm saying?
I can hear this motor go.
I love these buses, man. I miss the diesels, man, like the old looks, the new look fishbowls, the buffaloes, the cedar cruisers. I used to ride them before I used to ride them before the governor got rid of them to clean the air, like we needed to get rid of the smog. I don't know about you, but I miss that smog. The way your eyes smarted up when you woke up, splashing the water on your face. It ain't nothing better than having the smell of fresh diesel in the morning.
The bad old days.
What, you don't miss that?
Man, I had those allergies bad. I had to take a cold compress to my face, put it on for a few minutes, and then go out. Literally, as a kid, those allergies messed with me. I worked for a minute down there at Persian Square. It was so bad. It could be a sunny day, and you couldn't tell the difference. No, man, I'll take the clear days.
Sorry, dude, but I missed them old transit buses, and I missed those old transit bus engines back in the day. They had a feel and a sound to them. The 8V71, for instance, loved the way it read. You start them, you hear the engine roar like a lion, on the prowl like a bad boy. And those fishbowls, you could just feel that wheel. You turn the corner, boom! I hit those turns perfectly. They had to do the push-pull back in the day because, you know, no power steering. I'm sorry they finally retired them. And these new flyers and drivers, they're nice. But if you grew up riding buses and then driving them like I do, you get misty. Sorry. Getting choked up just talking about it. And it's dead on this ride. Like, you're only my passenger all day.
For real?
Yeah, I mean, there's peaks and valleys during the day, but it's been pretty quiet. A lot of spots are closed except for Dell, Taco, and Mickey D's.
This thing has messed everybody up. I would go over to the mall and get some good Chinese food there. They closed down for a bit. Now when you go, you gotta put in your gloves. Everyone's a surgeon.
No doubt about that, man. Personally, I like it this way. I never liked buffets. I never liked grabbing a spoon if other people were touching it.
Yeah, yes.
Do you see the news, man? They released 10 people from that protest on Beverly Boulevard last summer for creating havoc. LAPD is trying to settle lawsuits for that shit to this day.
Yeah, I saw that. That was some crazy shit.
Hell, I was near there. Literally that day, I saw protesters actually flagging me down like, please. But I couldn't believe that mess. It was just 10. It wasn't just 10 people either. It was damn near a busload. They get on, no money being exchanged, of course. It was a mix of white, black, LGBT, and all jacked up. Now, personally, I'm a talker. I'm like, yo, I know you ain't going to Pink's or the Hollywood side. Turned out they were. Because there was another protest happening. They were saying that the police were spraying rubber bullets at them. People getting hit. I mean, I saw a white girl had on her side all red. I was like, yo, it ain't my business, but you need to get some medical attention. Her friends got off the bus, they called an Uber, and then they got off. And I can't have this bus be no mass unit.
White folks, right?
It looked like they were either from Beverly Hills or the Valley. I'm speculating, of course.
May have been.
Oh, the way it's going, they could have just moved up here and brought up Inglewood, the way neighborhoods changing.
And since they started putting those subway tracks down, the more steel lines on the street, the more people were getting priced out. The minute that stadium went up, everybody's rent skyrocketed. Just because you put the fucking rail near us, we gotta suffer for it? Now this bullshit of protesting.
What, you ain't down with it?
Man, I don't give a fuck about it. George Floyd or Breonna Taylor. You saying their name all the time.
You know, excuse me for saying, brother, and I'm saying excuse me, because I'm breaking a code I don't like to break. See, I never talk politics, religion, or any stuff like that because I'm here to serve the public. I don't get to pick my passengers. And I don't want to be that driver you write an email, letter, or IG complaint. But what was going on was messed up, yo.
Yeah.
So much so that the world was watching, man. I mean, Germany, France, Italy. I never seen people come together because of George Floyd.
Everybody was home though. Nothing else to do. All you got to do is listen to the news and you can't go out except for food or work. You see everything in front of you. The television becomes your lifeline. No other activities going on for levels of distraction.
Right, I get that. Everybody's seeing the atrocity up close of all those murders.
Yeah. So there were other murders. Why the fuck was this one different? Why all of a sudden you care? It was always there, this bullshit. You have to wait for a pandemic to become woke? White people now all of a sudden get a conscience? Fuck that.
Yo, man, that's cool.
Would you tell me why all of a sudden think this is serious when for years this has been going on? It's all the flavor of the month.
Yo, on that I'm going to have to respectfully disagree. I mean, there's a sense of progress that's happening. I mean, folks are making demands on things. Now, what's also ugly is this motherfucking car that cut me off. How you going to make a broken U-turn in front of me, you stupid asshole? Jesus. Yo, oh, sorry. What you were saying?
And then not press anyone on it. I mean, if you read the same shit all over again, now everybody's back to some level of normal, except we're in place. And people are protesting that more than what's happening every day. Fuck that. I'm sorry, brother. I don't have a curse.
Please, Brian, worry about it. It's a free country. Oh, Melrose is pretty quiet, too. I mean, nobody's stopping. Yo, you might be getting the scenic tour here. What? Even Punks is closed down? Oh, man, damn. I thought I'd never say this. I'm going to tell you right now, you don't think I'm stupid, but I don't care. I miss the crowds online, bro. I miss waiting online, too. Sorry, man. I had a pink cyclone underbag moment. But backtracking, did you really feel that way?
Look, man. I have a cousin, Shelton Morris. Same thing happened to him. Police came in and just shot him. Came in, no questions asked, opened the door, aimed and shot. I heard about some guy creating a scene on Stalker. That some man was losing his skins. Now, truthfully, he was crazy. He was out there, but he was not a person to take up a gun or some weapon and use it. So, the wisdom of the police, they hear about someone going crazy near Stalker, they went to Stalker. They didn't even get the street straight. They just snuck in. 4 of them came in mistakenly thinking he was irate. Knocked down the door. He comes out saying, "What's going on?" And bullets were sprayed. Sprayed. Nice word to say. Better than bullets going into him. 10 bullets hit. He was gone. It was stated as self-defense. There was no marches, no outcry, no name calling for him, no name on those murals, nothing. He wasn't popular. So now because you're stuck in your house on the other side of the world, can't go out and have your sauerkraut, your croissant, you took time out of your life to see some jigger you never cared about getting choked out? A light bulb now goes off? Get the fuck out of here with it. We're all in this together, bullshit. Put your mics away. It doesn't sting, it doesn't hurt. You'll go back to living. We go back to dealing, and we're still dealing. And she had a pin drop. You know, you're right, man. This bus is quiet.
Yo, man, I'm sorry.
Sorry I flipped off.
Bro, I ain't worried about it. I should have pushed it, though.
It's just, for me, sometimes this has been a problem forever. And it doesn't make up, it can never make up for those who didn't. People ran scared. You knew the outcome. It was game over. Because even though the case would be tried, you knew what was in store. You didn't even wish for a miracle, nor thought of one.
Now, you don't see anything changed?
I don't know. I don't understand how you get justice now when it's in front of you. I'm leery of trusting human beings. We don't have it in us.
If I could ask this,
Man, you is one inquisitive motherfucker.
I just like to talk, yo. The talking them to just hearing the rubber of the wheels of the engine whirling. Out here, when lockdown was serious and no cars run, I could swear I could hear shoes scuffling. I got ready to go. I could hear high-heeled shoes scuffling on the ground, running towards me to catch that bus. People were still hustling to catch a bus. When it let up, yeah, there was some normalcy and shit, but there was something sad about passing by La Brea and not seeing anybody online. It's crazy to me. In all my life, whether it be driving, sometimes walking, Pink's was always open. It was the one thing that kept me going, bro.
Funny. Never waited on a line like that. I never cared about hot dogs like that. It's New York pizza on Hollywood North Orange. They had some damn good pizza. It's like these guys went to New York and really learned how to do it right. Not sure what they did, but it tasted fine.
I don't know. I've tasted better myself.
Huh? How do you know New York pizza?
I'm from the Boogie Dog Bronx, kid. I know my pizza. Real pizzas in the Bronx. Range, for example.
Bronx. Oh, you're a Yankees fan.
Damn right I am. Anyone from the BX, if you don't believe Yankee pinstripes, man, you from another planet, son.
Well, I'm a lighter. Born in L.A. Man, everybody's from New York, Boston, Hawaii, Japan. I'm from Los Angeles, old school.
You think you don't think anyone can change or get it?
Now, by a long shot, it isn't in the people to do that. You still want to discuss this mess?
Maybe. Because, I still believe.
And until you live it, you ain't going to understand.
Maybe so. I also understand unfairness, too.
I know. But you can't be about justice as some damn Johnny-come-lately. And you can't be about one thing and then be about the other now. It's Stuff gotta be consistent. But to have some nerve 5,000 miles away to scream George Floyd name and not my cousins, and not even give a fuck, doesn't do me and my family any good.
What was his name?
Marion Africa Reed.
Say his name.
Why?
Just say.
Because you said something?
Man, you want to give it to him or what, bro?
You went around.
Yo, you got this bus. I'm driving it. The mic is yours. Say the man's name.
Marion Africa Reed.
Say his name.
Marion Africa Reed.
No justice,
No justice.
no peace.
No peace. Say his name. Marion Africa Reed. No justice, no peace. Say his name. Marion Africa Reed. No justice, no peace. Say his name. Marion Africa Reed. No justice, no peace. Thanks. Still doesn't change things, but thanks. Think hot dogs on me?
With the mushroom and Swiss.
It's your back.
That's it.
Alan Jenkins, thank you.
M&A for life.
That's right. Next year is 40 years, bro. Next year is 40 years. Lord, I got you.
I got the George Morris.
Which one did I give you? The wording survey? Yeah.
No. What's the other one?
All right. Let me hold up 1 second. I apologize, folks.
You're good, you're good.
This is what happens when you're not used to people after 2 years. Okay. All right. Hey, thanks. Well, I thought I would actually mix it up with just a story. Actually, thanks to Jenny Washington who inspired the play. So thank you, Jenny. Well, just a quick anecdote about Dad. Dad was always on the run, running everything. So I'll tell you this.
To the whole city.
Yeah, exactly. Even the subways. So one day, he was doing a show called The Plantation. And Dad was going out to Beverly Road. He was going out deep in Brooklyn. I'm like, why don't you just take an Uber? Wouldn't do it. Never took an Uber. He thought it was beneath him. So he was doing a play in Governor's Island. So I went to see the play Governor's Island. I took the ferry. I took everything. So before that, Dad says, you can leave and catch the ferry going back because it runs on like 50 minutes intervals. So after the show was over, me and this other actor for the play, we both wait online, trip on something, get hurt. So I'm like, oh, okay, we made it. We get on the line and we're like, okay, made it. Okay, I get a phone call. It's Dad. I said, oh, hey, where are you? Where are you? I said, I'm on the boat. I said, yeah, I'm on the boat too. Now, Dad was in his 80s, and I'm like, how did you get from where you were to did you sprint? And Dad said, no, I've been waiting. I've been here, I'm upstairs, I'm sitting. How are you sitting? I couldn't get a seat. And after that, I just said, this man is indestructible. But I thought I would share that story, and it was like, my God.
That's the truth. That's the truth. That's the truth.
The next story, the next play is Round Robin, which is with Tiffany Williams and Natasha Demonstein, aka Rochelle. And this was an idea I'd had after I was doing my frenzy pieces, and it takes place in a hospital, and it kind of goes back to my old school humor base, which I hadn't done. So this is, what was it? Round Robin. Enjoy.
Pretty girls.
You guys can just go ahead. Scene in the hospital room. As the lights come up, Nurse Felicia Fleming enters. In the room is Maggie Ellis. She's in bed. She's coming in, looking at Felicia, checking her vitals. As she's checking, Maggie's moaning.
You there?
Just relax.
Is my husband around?
He's in a safe zone. He's been there for a few days.
How does it look?
Just rest. We'll make you comfortable.
Got my answer.
We're here to help.
I guess so. My husband's here, right?
Yes.
I didn't hear you the first time. All I hear is sounds of tubes, the breathing, how everything feels raw inside. Like eating a grape and I'm the seed. I just want to rest.
I'll get you something.
Get me a new lung.
You're a funny lady.
I was that. Mama always said I was funny. It was in my bones. You aren't going anyplace.
No, I'm right here. I'm not leaving.
Good. Can you sit for a minute? Hey, I'm on borrowed time. Who knows where this is going?
I need to check levels.
So, Nurse Felicia, that's a dope name. I always like those names that bordered on exotic, exuded hotness, sexiness. My parents named me Maggie. One of the plainest names to give to a sister. Not even worthy of a Lysandra.
I don't know.
Felicia, how long were you sleeping with my husband?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're...
Look, this isn't the place, but I may not have time. I know you were sleeping with my husband, David. I know you did. Don't try to deny it.
I didn't know.
You knew who I was.
I didn't know David was your husband.
Before I got sick, he still was a trifling motherfucker. I knew this. I knew he was waiting in the room only due to guilt, only to absolve his bullshit.
Would it be easier to say it didn't mean anything?
I would agree with you on that. But the problem is, you were meeting up before I was sick, when I was admitted, and now on this mortal coil of this bed right here. So for you to tell me it don't mean nothing, it's kind of hard to believe. So tell me, what is it that was so good you couldn't stop or be remorseful about it? Hey, no secrets. Everything goes.
told me he was.
Transitioning into singledom.
Yeah.
I know him too well.
No,
Singledom. That's what he told me.
more than that.
Did you have your hair out? Red lipstick? Though you're his type.
Not all.
Beautiful without makeup. I don't wear makeup either. So, of all you people, of all the people you've dealt with all of this crisis, you never thought your bedside manner would be with the wife of the man you're banging? It must be hard being here in this hospital now, with so many folks clinging on to life. How many have you lost under your watch? Let me ask you, did you need a lifeline just to feel something after what you've witnessed?
You don't have any idea.
I do. I've seen a few people I lay next to that didn't make it. Mr. Nicholson, with the tubes in his mouth, never responded for a week. He was gone. Mrs. Granger, never had a conversation with her. Gone. You start thinking, if it's me, if it's personal, shit, just feel that way.
You go through it. Yeah, I mean, it can get to you. No one coaches you about losing people. It'll feel better. I got my feet wet here. No one was prepared. I sure wasn't. David was
There to guide you, give you pep talks, rubbing your neck and hit that spot. Don't sweat it, girl. I'm here to tell you, Alicia, it's all good. You don't have to feel guilty or any of that. I'm giving you the biggest out you can get.
Maggie. I'll get your husband. You requested it.
It's going to be an awkward ass meeting. Why don't you get someone else to do it?
It's my job.
Keeping that shit professional. Bring them in. I'm ready for round 15. End of scene.
That's a left turn out of the spot. That shit came quick.
Very good.
This is what happens when you have all that time at home. You're like, oh, let me see. And that was
Flat out.
oh, that was round robin. My apologies. Let me see. The next
Good.
one is George and Wallace.
Okay.
And that's reading will be Scott Williams and Hank Dennis. Since that museum. This takes just to have the setup. This takes place the evening of after the insurrection in the Capitol building.
Oh, Lord. That.
So there was a few of them I wrote. So yeah. Scene. Wallace and George are cleaners. They're in the Capitol building in the evening after the brouhaha.
Who gave notice on this?
You haven't seen most glass, bro? I haven't seen this much glass all over the place since New Year's.
You sure you weren't partying?
Man, back in the days, I was a serious party animal. Yeah, I used to drink Henny, yeah. I was zooted. I didn't remember drinking that much. I saw a lot of broken glass. I must have been pissed.
I've never seen so much glass.
Yeah, what a mess.
A mess is a mess is a mess.
We a mess cleaning this up.
Did you see that councilman trying to help?
Yeah, trying to help.
You need help.
Yeah, hey, look, I don't need help. If he wants to clean up, let him. I'll step in. He makes the big bucks, not me. Go freaking govern. I wonder if Keys is okay.
Well, she should be.
You know, she was stuck in the office. Just wonder if she's all right.
Keys ain't studying you. She's up with the hoi polloi making moves.
Wow. You just down anything I say.
I'm just stating the facts, George.
I can't think much about people. That's allowed, right?
I'm just babbling, man, cleaning this bad boy up.
We're part of history.
We ain't history.
Oh, well, if you think about it, we are.
How so?
Well, we cleaned up.
We cleaned up a mess. We're picking up the people who crapped on this building of ours.
Yeah, that's what you think, Wally.
Brother, I don't get paid to think. I'm paid to clean, pick up shit, and both. Never thought I'd be telling the hazmat people to come in and mop up and sanitize the place because blood was on the floor.
You antagonizing.
I'm just telling facts.
You angry, you know?
You're not angry at this mess you're doing? You need to get a quart of Hennessy and get lit. I'm hungry too. I'm gonna get something after this. I could go for some Popeyes.
You know what's good, man? Popeyes with some Hennessy. Hennessy's good with anything.
Not potato chips.
Barbecue chips.
That's crazy.
Oh, it's good.
A shooting battery. You know what's good? A moon pie.
That's that southern stuff coming out of you, you know?
Shoot. It's time for takeout after we're done.
What would you want to do?
Hope they come back so we can get some extra OT.
You don't mean that, Wallace.
Racism pays, George. They get out of control, we tidy up.
Essential workers.
Essential till they say enough and get someone else.
They ain't gonna do that, Wallace.
Why?
Well, as long as they mess up things, we always gonna be the bottom feeders cleaning up.
George, I'll pay for the Henny.
And Popeyes?
No doubt.
After cleanup. See.
Right. Let's see the next one. Let me just see. Wow, we flying. The next play, we'll bring Scott back up again, is Zoomed. Zoomed is how much I love Zoom. Oh. Yippee.
Sit over here.
Yeah. Being Scott Williams as relentless one stacks.
I'm not seeing everybody.
Work, girl. Right.
Lights go up, 2 Zoom screens. As the lights come up, Scott Ryan is on one side of the camera. He's looking in.
Hello? Hello?
There's an empty room on the other side.
Hello? All I see is a room.
It enters Nora Winslow.
Hello?
Hello? Who are you?
Who are you?
Maybe I had the wrong person. I apologize for coming in on your meeting.
You did.
Did what?
You're in the right place.
Really? Who are you?
Who are you?
I asked first.
I asked first.
Okay. I'm looking for Marshall Wincott, the name that's coming up on your screen picture.
I'm looking for Bernice Sauber.
Well, this is her place, our place. She's not here. What?
You were asking about Marshall Wincott. This is his home.
Okay.
I hate to ask why you are on here.
Well, it's awkward. Maybe I'll hold my tongue. I don't want to say it.
Or don't say.
I don't know if I want to.
Get on with it.
Oh, you're pushy.
You don't get to the point.
Blurring this out ain't cool.
But,
Scott.
no, we came in on this Zoom meeting under our spouses' names. Let me ask this. If there was no COVID, would you have come over to the house?
The way I feel, I still would have come over to the house and coughed on him first. Only being truthful. But I could be overthinking this.
Think on.
Okay. I know my wife gets on Zoom with her various meetings with the groups, Mocha Moms, the book club, various things. But I came across this one where it was this separate code. And I don't remember this one at all. But then I'd come in and she'd be on there. So I asked her, what's that other group? And she said it was a family chat. But I really wasn't listening. Then one night she was talking down in the quiet room.
Quiet room.
Yeah, that's the room that's quiet. Why you do that?
Nothing.
No, you were being cruel. That's not right.
All right. My bad. Just go on.
Okay. So then I realized something is weird about all this. So then I managed to check her code and I wrote it down.
Just like I did.
But then I realized that maybe she's been seeing this Marshall guy and I think they are having...
I know it. I just knew it. Son of a bitch.
I'm sorry to have been the bearer of bad news.
I knew something was going on. He's been acting weird for the past month, getting on Zoom, Facebook sites, social media. It's like the sheltering has turned us all into some nomads.
Tell me all about it.
For him to come on here and have some Zoom affair is beyond me.
I don't understand. I don't know why she had to come on here. I mean, I'm in the room.
It's like this whole thing has messed up our communication. We're in the same house and we're strangers. This is nuts.
It seems more comfortable to go online and cheat than to just talk face to face. She actually texted me she was going out. Like you can't talk anymore. Like work on the computer was more interesting than me.
Crazy.
You think they're fooling around somewhere?
You were that naive?
No, I just wonder where they are.
All I know is that this room may have been peppered with a lot of broken items.
What good would that do?
I'm gonna take advice from someone who wants a cough on my husband.
I know how you hope I do.
Why?
Because he's cheating.
So getting him sick is revenge.
Maybe you would think that.
Oh boy, you are not logical.
It's a pandemic, Nora. Who's logical? Everyone's gone batty.
You got a point there.
Would you cough on him?
No, that's too cruel. I'm just stunned.
Yes, I am too.
Guess?
Yeah, I didn't know how unhappy she was. I wasn't very happy myself. Maybe I led her to this. Maybe I was wrong.
You didn't do anything.
I could have connected with her on Zoom. Could have been across from her or be in the next room. She could have cheated with me. Maybe it's my typing or... I don't know.
Scott, it isn't you. It's us. Maybe we're drifting apart. Maybe too much close quarters. Sometimes we're on top of each other.
Well, that always worked.
Not that on top of each other.
Oh. We were headed that way before COVID struck. It's probably escalated after all of this. You want to meet up and fool around?
Are you for real?
You want to get back at them?
I'm not doing that. I don't know what to make of you, Scott.
I'm just a guy who's reeling.
I'm sorry I took it out on you.
I understand.
Would you stop being so understanding?
That's just me. What are you going to do?
What are you gonna do?
I ask you first.
Are we gonna go through this dance again?
We don't have to. I guess we have that talk, which is going to be uncomfortable, and see in this new world whether to leave or to quarantine, although we have. It'll probably be spiritual.
That was profound.
Was it?
It was.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Not really sure.
You want to meet up for socially distant coffee? Safer than Zoom in a funny way. Just to talk. Maybe we need that.
I like that.
You pick the place.
Starbucks.
Well, there are so many. Oh yeah. There's the one near Simply Wholesome.
We're meeting up to talk, not to eat.
I was hungry. Who you cheated on does that.
Frank's pastries off Lincolnshire. It's off the beaten path.
I thought you weren't hungry.
You put that thought in my head.
Okay, but I don't like pastry though.
Do you know how to please a lady?
Well, I thought I did until now.
And they serve chicken.
Right?
We'll stop after our coffee talk. We can still sit outside.
Coolness. I'll put my number on here.
Got it. I'll call you right now.
Got it. See you in an hour?
I'll see you then. Thanks, Scott.
You're welcome, Nora. See you soon. End of scene.
You're stopping.
Oh, thank you.
I like that.
Thank you. I like this too.
Well, it could happen.
Anything can happen.
I mean, I'm telling you. Just before we have the final one, I did want to do one anecdote. Just another thing about Dad. And I didn't know if anyone knew this or anything. That he was, as generous as he was, he didn't like to do interviews. He actually trusted his students to do interviews, and actually one of the best interviews he did was with the JNA, when the JNA did his series with Bill J, one of the best. And actually Round on Pillow, where he said that his comment, "I'll keep going until I can." But he didn't like being honored or anything like that. So he got honored a few years ago for the NAACP Image Awards. He kicked and screamed the whole time. He hated the whole thing. He was just kicking and screaming. It got to a point where we were like, do you want to do this or not? Because we don't have to go. We'll stay home. But he finally went, and then he enjoyed it. Kicking and screaming. So the next day, the next day, he had to get out of there. We were picking him up to go back home. So I told Sis, I'm like, why don't we just go and get him, we'll have breakfast or whatever over there. So I said, hey Dad, I'll come over now. We'll have breakfast. Okay. Dad was supposed to check out at 10:30. So I got there like 10 o'clock. Dad was checked out already. I was like, you could have enjoyed a half hour, man. So we went and had breakfast together. But it was, looking back at it, it was the best time we had. He was relaxed, he was comfortable, we were just talking about life, the business, everything. And it really resonates more now that he's not here, and he was so comfortable. And then after that, I'm like, where was this person? But he just never liked that sort of level of being honored. And I told him then, and I still said it to him, I'm glad they gave you your flowers, because have it in the now. He's probably he's up there now saying, could you move on? I just know he's saying it. So Dad, we're getting to it. We're getting to it. But I just wanted to share that anecdote.
That's great, man.
And so the last play I had one more, but I'm not gonna. Maybe I'll hold that one. Is Learning Curve. That's the one.
Oh, okay.
That's yours. Tiffany, you have yours, right? Learning Curve. Okay. Yep. Learning Curve takes place. This isn't when the pandemic was starting to hit. There had been a whole array of it takes a lot of preachers were going around saying certain things, and then those preachers were gone. So this is a scene with a preacher and his friend. And reading will be Hank Dennis and Tiffany Williams. Your part. Oh yeah. Sitting. A vacation getaway in Palm Springs. As lights come up, Carter Lester and Brianna Davis are sitting at a table. Both are looking at each other, and then both look down from each other. It is a summer Saturday morning. You
haven't touched your breakfast.
I'm not hungry.
You feel well?
No, I feel fine.
A little strange to see folks with masks on. You almost think it's Halloween. It's strange, though, to see servers in a mask. Not saying it's wrong, but strange.
It is a nice day.
Oh, sure is. It's good to see you live.
You too.
After all the Zoom link ups, the chats, the phone calls, we're here.
We are.
I like your hair.
Thanks. I grew it out.
It looks nice on you. Bree, what's wrong?
Nothing.
Since you got here, you've been in some sort of state like you're not here.
I'm here.
You're 3,000 miles away and we're in the same place. You're in thought. You've gotten here and you're just sitting here.
You want my eggs?
If you ain't gonna eat them, then that's the one thing they do make is great eggs. There's a spot out in Sausalito. It was the Guppy Diner. They ended up having some egg with chili, and man, that chili was on point.
What was that stuff you said in your sermon this past weekend?
Huh?
What was that you said?
Brianna, we have a rule, and you're breaking it.
The world is broken.
The world is broken by those who think it is. Anyway, this is not to be discussed.
We are discussing it.
Brianna.
Carter, what you said was way off base.
It was off the cuff.
To the point where I was doing a head turn when I listened to it.
It happens.
That happened?
Of course.
So you are basically saying wearing a mask is the devil's work.
Look, I didn't say that.
Then what did you say?
You heard it.
I want you to clarify it.
You've never asked me, Brianna, in all this time to clarify anything I say in my speeches.
Maybe it's the first time I heard your speeches.
All this time, now you never heard me.
I heard them, but this time I heard this one.
So you heard it. You got a critique for me now?
I'm wondering about this, about you.
Wonder no more. I'm the same person.
So why did you say wearing a mask is the devil's bidding and that we're lambs to the slaughter?
You know, I like these eggs.
We can put it in this term. Chickens get slaughtered. So actually, we're eating food from a slaughtered animal. Yeah, I'm a vegan and I'm proud of it.
Oh, God bless you then.
Carter, what was that crap?
It wasn't crap. It was spontaneous.
Calling people stupid for wearing a mask?
I didn't call anyone stupid.
Saying the mask is the devil's work? Come on. That's not like you. What happened to you?
Nothing's happened, Brianna. What's happened to you?
Nothing.
Oh? All of a sudden you're asking questions? Got your face in your you know what? We're here together because we come here because we're not under any judgment by anyone, by families, by anyone. Now you're turning on each other? Seems like the devil is out.
Only because I'm questioning your sermon.
I don't have to answer.
I'm trying to figure out what happened. And to get it straight, for 4 months, you and I have not been intimate after they said total lockdown.
Which you held fast to.
My life's at stake.
Which you stopped.
That's what you think?
You gonna tell me you let something like this stop us from being together? From having some fun?
You don't see what's going on?
I do, Brianna. And it's a lot of nonsense.
So you do believe this whole thing is nonsense?
Well, yes, I do. The mask is nothing but the devil. We are doing something that's not our will. Why are we paying for someone's mistake? We have to fix this?
You can say what you want personally, but Carter, to say that is crazy. You have so many of the flock that love you.
And those in my flock can agree to disagree.
So do you live foul outside?
That is a pastor's privacy, Brianna, is nobody's business. Should I lie about my feelings?
Aren't we lying now? Aren't you lying now about us? Why hasn't that come out?
We have our privacy.
I can't with you, Carter. I can't just sit here in Palm Springs social distancing with you anymore on a quickie weekend.
You've missed me, though. You missed the fornication. You miss us being together on the silk sheets. Silk sheets that make the offering go plink, plink. So now you want to give this up all because of something I'm telling the truth on? Didn't David sleep with this one? Yeah. Aren't you committing adultery? Aren't we doing the 7 deadly sins? Come on, Brianna. The mask off now.
Oh, yeah, and I see clearly. I'm going to leave. May God help you, Carter. This sermon is finished.
Hello, Raina? There's Reverend Carter. Are you free to come out to Palm Springs for a spell?
Let's see.
And Dennis, I had another one, but I think it just doesn't get any better than this. I think we're good. I'm on a hold on the other two. No, seriously, this is really. This is the first time I've actually heard him with an audience and heard him live, and I missed it. I totally have missed seeing people live. It's been 2 years. Yeah. So it's just good to see everyone in the here and the now and everything. Just, a couple of things before we wrap it. 2020 was such a rough year for everybody. At that point, 2020, I was not even doing this anymore. I was like, I'm done. And when the Zoom happened, I'm like, you know what? I think I can walk away. So I just took care of Arthur. Then I had a call from Marge, New Year's Day, and Marge just said, stop, just do for you. And then after that, I don't know what happened. I started writing like a bad journalist, like Keith Murray said. And I just hadn't stopped. And then, and so really when I came back and Marge said, can you come back and do it? I'm like, well, I'll do Black History Month. No, do it December. I'm like, okay, let me pick my 100 scripts. But I just wanted to thank Marge for really giving me the push to because basically I say, if we're from March, I would have been at home in a fetal position. So thank you for the space. It's so good to be back, and if any place I want to go and come back to, it's here. This is really a safe zone. It's very comfortable. Marge,
home.
I've known this kid his whole life. And he's my kid. And I made promises to Arthur. And he made promises to me to take care of the kids. So I'm just doing what a mommy does. And I was close to Tony. And I made promises to Mommy to take care of you. So
Tony,
this is just the way it goes. And Arthur was always in my children's lives, so that's it. And thanks so much for supporting this effort. Arthur needed this. He was here one Sunday, Daddy's birthday, and he got this great applause. They knew who he was because we celebrate Arthur every Sunday. And Arthur, and they were just thrilled. They treated Arthur like a rock star. They were and it was joyous. So thank you. And thanks all of you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, everybody. We'll be back in 2022. More stuff coming. We love you, Dad.